tumekubaliana kiti cha gavana kitachukuliwa na DCP.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is bad news for BABU OWINO. Why am I saying so? Right now, there's a poll that just came out from Mizani, which is showing that Gachagua is leading by about 33%, BABU OWINO by 21%, followed by Sakaja at 13%, I think. Now, the order is just like that. That shows very well, ladies and gentlemen, that it's clear BABU OWINO has lost popularity, or maybe Gachagua has improved so much in his popularity. That means as well that BABU OWINO does not have a guarantee that's going to win the Nairobi gubernatorial race. Sakaja, yes, he's behind him, but at least he needs the Kikuyu support. And if the Kikuyus have decided they are going to support Gachagua, then BABU OWINO should just do one simple thing: go and retain the MP seat of Embakasi East or John William Ruto. But also, I heard that the Wiper people really advised him and told him that, hey, BABU OWINO, just go to the seat you are holding at Embakasi East. We'll vote for you as Kambas, and as well you get support from the Kikuyus. But from the Nairobi gubernatorial seat, they have fixed their mind. They are going to support James Gachagua. Period. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on this particular video, I want to take you through on some of the things that have made James Gachagua to become very popular in Nairobi. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, please take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Without much wasting of time, allow me to dive into this topic here today. Number one, it is of course Gachagua's influence. Now, as we speak today, ladies and gentlemen, Gachagua is influencing politics across the country. Narok, Mount Kenya, now in Nairobi. People tend to listen to him right now, more especially the ones that is leading of Mount Kenya region. So that effect of regarding Gachagua makes Gachagua to become a preferred candidate in Nairobi. If Mizani came up with this kind of data and they showed that indeed Gachagua is leading, then I think regarding Gachagua has a huge influence in Nairobi. And as things are moving on, I'm very sure that we are going to see the percentage go up. Why? There are so many things that Gachagua is planning to do in Nairobi. One of them is mobilization, registration of voters, and at least to ensure the Kikuyu community is up, to ensure at least they have come out to register and vote for none other than James Gachagua. Second, ladies and gentlemen, is the DCP party. We all know that the Kikuyus are the largest number in Nairobi. So when you bring the DCP party, it revives their thinking that we have a home that we belong to. And in the voting, you're going to ensure that it is either DCP or DCP. That means very well that they are going to vote for him. So the fact remains, ladies and gentlemen, that when you look at the numbers of the people of Nairobi, you realize that the Kikuyus are leading. Hence the reason as to why Bazenga has more popularity in Nairobi. There's no constituency in Nairobi that does not have Kikuyus, even if it's not half or maybe more than half. So therefore it's clear that Nairobi is now almost going to the opposition side. Another reason, ladies and gentlemen, it's the alliance between the Wiper party and of course the DCP party. One thing I have to tell you is that Kambas and Kikuyus coming together, those are the largest communities in Nairobi. And the moment they decide that they are going to front a candidate, that means those people are going to give huge numbers to maximum. And one interesting thing about this team, it is that they come out to vote. So there's a clear indication that probably the governor and the deputy governor positions are going to Wiper and of course DCP. Now that means very well that the Kambas will support Bazenga, that is James Gachagua. And that is one of the reasons as to why Gachagua is becoming very popular in Nairobi. Another reason as to why Gachagua is becoming very popular in Nairobi, it's also because of failures of Johnson Sakaja. We have to agree here, ladies and gentlemen, that Sakaja has really failed. And he has failed to fix three major problems of the people of Nairobi. Number one, it's the issue to do with garbage collection. I was at Kawangware at some point and I noticed that the Kawangware 46 was really dirty. Garbage heap that was almost going to a second or third floor of a building. That is very bad. And I felt like probably these guys are failing. That is just at the low class. And you know, low class people feel like this is not good for them. And that's why probably they don't prefer Johnson Sakaja. Another problem is the issue of water. If we check Nairobi right now, water is a big issue, where people are feeling that Sakaja has failed to deliver water in their homes as it is expected reliably. As we speak today, there's a shortage of water within the Nairobi CBD. Whether it's a problem that is external or internal, the fact is Sakaja promised to fix and he has failed. Another thing I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is an issue to do with drainage. Rains are yet to come to Nairobi, but we all expect the moment it starts to rain, heavy rains, Nairobi will flood. A huge setback for Johnson Sakaja. He employed a huge army of green He called them the Green Army. And this Green Army is yet to deliver in Nairobi. Why? You see people in the trenches removing papers and stuff, yes, but the fact remains they are not people who are trained to do that job. Second, they don't do a good job. Eventually realize that there's blockage all over in the drainages in Nairobi, making the people of Nairobi to hate Sakaja more. And in fact, in the last flooding that we had, not only the slums were flooded, but also the rich areas like Runda, and even I had some places in Lavington, which is a clear indication, ladies and gentlemen, that Sakaja is failing. The other reason that I think that is making Johnson Sakaja to lose popularity and Bazenga become very popular, it's also because of one simple thing: the desire by the Kikuyu nation at least to have one of their own as a governor. The first governor of Nairobi was Evans Kidero from Luo Nyanza. The second governor was Mike Mbuvi Sonko from Kambani region. The third governor is now Johnson Sakaja. I don't want to talk about those who are given positions, but I want to talk about Johnson Sakaja. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at that kind of a lineup, Kikuyu is nowhere to appear. A clear indication that it is now clear that they have a feeling they also need one of them to try and become a governor, whether this person can be able to protect their businesses or not. The business community in Nairobi is one of the reasons as to why Sakaja will go home. They are feeling that because Sakaja is not one of them, he's now flashing them out of their businesses, making the business environment worse. And even the hawkers who are now saying that we cannot work in CBD at all, we need someone who can be able at least to make us work. So many things that are being raised by the people of Nairobi simply because of the feeling that this is not one of their own.
Especially watu wa mlima. Tulisema hii safari ya 2027 lazima tupate governor kwa sababu tutakuwa na president na hatutakuwa na deputy president. Hii ni wakati wetu. Hii Nairobi ndio sisi ndio wengi. Mabiashara mingi ni za watu wetu wa mlima. Lazima to make sure hapo juu ama hii kiti ya governor lazima tuipate ili interest zetu zikuwe soft.
However, ladies and gentlemen, as much as Bazenga is leading, I feel there are things that he needs to consider here, together with Gachagua. Nairobi tends not to be so tribal. Because when you look at Johnson Sakaja, the reason as to why people don't want him in power, it's not because he's a lawyer, it's not because he's not educated, but it's because he has failed on those aspects that I just mentioned: water, drainage, and garbage collection. So if Johnson Sakaja could have delivered in that, I'm very sure the people of Nairobi could not be having big issues with him. But because he has failed as well, then therefore people are feeling like, no, he just have to go. And that's what I think probably people of Nairobi are thinking right now. But in the comment section, you are welcome to share with me on what you think could be the reasons as to why Bazenga is becoming very popular in Nairobi. But I feel strongly those are the factors that are contributing to his popularity within the city. On the comment section, please feel free to engage me. Thank you so much for those who've been supporting my channel ever since. And also thank you so much for those who keep subscribing. Please make sure that you don't forget to subscribe after watching my videos, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. My name is Abel Mukwa. See you next time for more videos.